why the sunset flow makes zero logical sense and may in fact even be damaging the health of your account from a top lifecycle marketer. Hey, if you don't know me, my name is George Capernaros. I run Yocto. We're a Klaviyo elite partner. This means we're at the highest possible level of partnership with Klaviyo. We have the biggest book of business in EMEA, that's Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And I'm posting videos like this to help educate marketers, agency marketers, freelance marketers, and in-house marketers on how lifecycle marketing and e-commerce frankly really works. In this video, we're gonna deconstruct one of the sacred cows of lifecycle marketing, sunset flows, which don't really make any sense. So make sure you subscribe. We're posting videos weekly and I'd love to see you join me as I grow this to be one of the best resources on learning lifecycle marketing. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what a sunset flow is. The sunset flow is an automated email sequence that's basically sent to people that haven't engaged with your messages in a long while. And the whole idea and purpose with this is to give them one last chance to re-engage, right? Like you will say something like, "You're still gonna hear from us." That's kind of the usual messaging. And then the idea is that if they don't respond, they are to be removed or suppressed from your list so that you can protect deliverability. So it kind of makes sense, and I want to also show you an example so that you see how it actually looks like, so that you have a reference. This is from Really Good Emails. They're not one of our clients, but fundamentally that's how a sunset message tends to look. It's been a while, we're gonna take you off our list, click down below or like respond or whatever it is, whatever the call to action is, so that we don't do this. And again, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. You paid money to acquire those subscribers, so like you shouldn't just kick them off, right? Makes sense? Nope, it doesn't. And this is one of those cases where Klaviyo is actually getting things wrong. So I'm gonna open up Klaviyo's help article on this, and I'm gonna help you see why this has a broken, faulty logic that is actively causing damage to your account. Okay, so let's take a look at Klaviyo's help article. This has been updated recently as of me recording this video, so this should be up-to-date information, which to me, again, makes it very surprising that they are recommending. Basically what it says that the sunset flow should be triggered by a segment that captures inactive users. And they have this definition here that says they've been created at least 6 months ago, they've received at least 5 emails in the last 72 weeks, and then they've not opened or clicked any at all overall time. Plus, on top of this, they've had exactly zero website level engagement. So they've never been on site, they've never read the product, never started checkout, and never placed an order. And this is horrible as a definition. I will explain why. But what they say down below is that, of course, you don't want to be messaging those profiles, right? And that's obviously true because those profiles are completely dead and very likely to be spam traps. And if you don't know what spam traps are, please Google this because you have to learn this. It's a type of profile that you really don't want to be messaging. And actually, this will capture spam traps because spam traps have zero engagement and this captures zero engagement. But when we're talking about zero engagement profiles, you don't want to be messaging them, right? And take a look at this definition. Like even if you were to remove everything else, even if you were to remove that they've not been on site, they've not placed an order, just this alone, imagine that you are sending an email a week, yeah? And imagine that this profile was created 72 weeks ago or 6 months ago, and then they've received an email a week. You are sending an email a week. What are the chances that they would be opening email 73 if they've not opened or clicked or done anything at all with the last 72 emails that you sent? What are the chances? It's basically zero. It's really gonna happen for 1-2% of people, but it's gonna be completely random, and it won't negate their lack of interest in the previous messages clearly shows, which is that they actually don't really want or care about receiving your messages. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's the most likely scenario. So creating this whole process where you find the worst, most inactive possible segment, and then you actively go out of your way to message them and say, "Hey, should we kick you?" is counterintuitive because you are actively sending the worst possible engagement signals all of the inbox providers that those profiles use, and you are basically shooting yourself in the foot, frankly, damaging your deliverability only to basically get 1 to 2% of people accidentally opening your emails and then going back to inactivity straight after. So what you should do is flat out not message those people at all and straight away suppress them, because they shouldn't be part of your Klaviyo bill, they shouldn't be part of the lists that you send campaigns to, they shouldn't be part of your account at all. Especially this definition that Klaviyo shows you, where they have literally zero website engagement overall time and they've never engaged at all. They are completely dead. I would argue that even if those are non-zero, even if they've showed a level of engagement, even if they've even placed an order in the past, if you've messaged them 72 times or however many times, this of course depends on the sending frequency that you have and the sending segments that you use, one more message is not gonna do anything at all. So the response to that message is very clearly the lack of engagement to your previous messages. So there's no sense in it at all. Stop doing sunset flows. Stop overthinking this. Simply filter out the low engagement profiles, especially the no engagement profiles, without bothering to message them. And you're gonna end up with much healthier deliverability and much more productive emails.